Dear principals, teachers in charge of the art integration in different schools of Idukki district, a very hearty welcome to this morning webinar on integrating art education in schools. I am Brother Joseph Thomas from Montfort School, Anakara, the city coordinator for Idukki district. On behalf of the person who is arranging this meeting, Ms. Priya, Ms. Pooja Bose, and the Idukki district principals, a very hearty welcome to you all. We'll begin the day's program with a short prayer. I'll say a short prayer, and then I'll introduce the theme, and then Ms. Pooja will carry on with the webinar. Let us compose ourselves and know that we are in the presence of the Lord, and we work for the good of the people who are entrusted into our care. We know in the trying difficult situations of today, especially due to the closing down of the schools because of the coronavirus, students, parents, teachers, management, everyone is affected. In this difficult situation, we are called to make our mission a possibility in the areas where we are. And we are all doing the best that we can. We know we can do nothing without the help of the one who has sent us, who has entrusted this mission to us. So we thank God Almighty for the good health of mind, body, and soul that He has given to each one of us. We also thank Him for giving us students, parents, benefactors, and all those who are associated with us in different schools. May the Lord's blessing be on every one of them, and may they feel happy and joyful in their life. Though most of our children are away in their homes, we are sure they are under the care and protection of God Almighty. We shall all put ourselves under the feet of the Lord and make ourselves available to the people and to the Lord at all times. We place all our activities of the year and also all the other teaching and non-teaching efforts that we make into the Lord's hands. We place each one of us into their hands, into His hands, and seek His blessings on all of us. May God bless us all. Thank you. Before we go into this webinar, let me just introduce why we organized this program. This was a request from the COE, Trivandrum region, to have this kind of programs organized in each district. And Ms. Pooja Bose, the principal of High Range School, Munnar, has already attended this program nationwide, and she had presented a paper also. So she has come forward to tell us and to share with us all that is happening with regards to this integrating art education in school. This is something new to all of us. Many of us had a lot of other programs also we attended. All the same, we may not be very sure, even though we have all uploaded, most of us might have already uploaded the things required. So certain things that is to be kept in the school and what the board wants from us and all these kind of things can be clarified so that we are not put into difficult situations later on in case there is a checking, not in case there may be a checking from the CBSE board and others on what we have done and how we are moving about it. So it is my pleasure to introduce Pooja Bose, the principal of High Range School, who will be the spokesperson person who will be taking this seminar. A very hearty welcome to Ms. Bose. And all other teachers and principals of different schools, very hearty welcome to you. We shall participate as one in Idukki district, Sagodaya, clarified with regard to all that is connected with integrating our education in school. Thank you and God bless us all. Over to Pooja Bose.
Thank you so much, Joseph, for introducing and praying for all of us. A very warm welcome to all the principals, leaders, teachers, and learners to today's session. Good morning. My name is Pooja Bose, and together we'll be learning about art integrated education in our schools. Now, as Indians, art is in every aspect of our lives, be it in our music, dance, celebrations, art everywhere in our homes and outside. So, in a way, art is integrated in our lives. So, we have to, but naturally, integrate art into our education system also. Next slide. On 14th of May 2020, CBSE issued a circular which said that art integrated project for class 1 to 10 has to be introduced in our system, and reporting of implementation of art education and art integrated learning by schools will happen in each and every CBSE school. Now, what does it mean? What is its intention? Today, together, we will try to learn and find out. One thing about art integrated curriculum would be that we have to embed art into each and every subject, which means art is not only what we do in sketching, in painting. Art is also dancing, music, singing. Everything is an art. And so basically what we have to do is we have to connect. It's an intercurricular or cross-curricular pedagogy which we have to imbibe. Why are we doing this? We are doing this because, as is very clearly mentioned, that the 21st century skills such as ability to analyze, ability to understand, evaluate, interpret, reflect, all these things are possible when we embed art in our day-to-day learnings. Next slide. Next. Integrating art to education helps to make the entire teaching and learning process joyful and fun. There were times when we as teachers used to stick to the board and teach, and children were passive listeners. No more. Now, the teacher is just a facilitator in the class, and the teacher has to ensure that learning is facilitated through him or her. The other aspect is that learning should be joyful. It has to be a discovery approach. And this will only happen when children are interacting with the facilitator, children are asking questions, children are wondering, and then they are discovering. Next. Art integrated learning and art education, the purpose of which is to use it as a tool to help in teaching other subjects and improve the learning experience for the students. The teacher can simply use basic art forms for teaching different topics. Moreover, a list of art activities has been released by CBSE already, and we will slowly find out where these activities are given by the CBSE academic website. Most of you have already been referring to these activities. As per the CBSE, the teachers and learners should not limit themselves in the rigid boundaries. Additionally, CBSE has also created an online portal wherein the schools are required to report regarding art education and art integrated learning. Next. Now, there are three aspects to art integrated, three types of art education that can happen in schools. One is arts as curriculum. The second is arts enhanced curriculum. And the third is art integrated curriculum. Arts as curriculum is when art is treated as a subject, just the way we were doing it since past so many years. But now we are talking about a curriculum which is having art embedded or integrated in all the various subjects such as mathematics, science, social studies, etc. So now from art as curriculum, we are moving on to art integrated curriculum. Next. Why should we do that? Because as we know that different kinds of learners are present in the classroom. Each learner has different needs. Each learner comes from different backgrounds. Each learner has different attention spans and interests, different linguistic abilities, and they have different cultural backgrounds. So what is the commonality between them? Art is like a common language. Everybody appreciates art. If the painter is from Italy, if the painter is from any other place in the world, still you would be able to appreciate his art. All of us have ear for good music. Art is that common fabric which binds the entire world. There is no language in art except the language of art. So that's the beauty, and that's why art is that common element which can run in all our subjects. Next. What is art integration? Arts integrated learning combines academic subjects with content and skills from the arts, such as singing, dancing, role-playing, and storytelling to enhance learning. The result is, can you please stop the screen share? Can we continue with the presentation? I'll request all the audiences not to share the screen. Jinsi, can you present the screen again? Next slide. What are the benefits of arts integration? All the 21st century skills which have been stated in the National Education Policy are very much present as the benefits to art integration, namely critical thinking skills. The students are encouraged to think critically. Through this medium, you can ask so many questions which help the students synthesize and analyze their learning. It also connects learning to different areas of life. It also empowers the students to become facilitators of their own learning. They can create different forms of byproducts of a particular learning. Hence, all the benefits of 21st century skills can be found in arts integration. Next. One more aspect which is necessary to understand is that since CBSE is advocating competency-based learning, this will only be possible if we integrate art into the curriculum, if we integrate sports into the curriculum, and if we connect art and sports into the curriculum. So not only is it art integrated learning, it is also sports integrated learning that we will be seeing shortly. Next. It's an approach to teaching in which students construct and demonstrate understanding through an art form. Students engage in a creative process which connects an art form and another subject and meets evolving objects in both. So as a result, dear educators, both the subjects get evolved. That is the curricular subject and the art subject both come to you in an evolved state. Next. The detailed guidelines for the implementation of art education and art integrated learning can be seen in the CBSE academic website in an app called Kala Sindhu. The guidelines issued by the CBSE specify that students of classes 1 to 8 should be encouraged to take at least one art integrated project in any given academic year. Most of us have already completed this project. However, there is no harm in learning and evolving our own learnings as we share whatever we have learned. The guidelines further state that the artwork could cover more than one subject, and it may also be considered as a part of the internal assessment for the said subject, which means that we can actually combine mathematics with science and dance. 3 subjects can be combined together and the results can be used in the internal assessment of the said subjects. Next. While for the students of classes 9 and 10, the project is a mandatory part of the curriculum for all subjects and will also be a part of the internal assessment for the said subject. Moreover, in at least one of the projects, students of classes 1 to 10 must integrate the artwork of any of the paired states under the Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat program of the government, which means that every state has been paired with another state of India. Under the Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat mission, the details regarding the paired states are available in the official website of CBSE. As per CBSE, the marks awarded for these projects as part of the subject enrichment activity of class 10 will be collected by the board at the time of uploading marks of internal assessment. Next. Now, how do we design a lesson which is integrated with art? There are different steps. First is that you have to examine the art standard and non-art subject standards in your own school and see which of the 2 subjects appear naturally together. I'll give you an example. For example, if you have in geography, you have the lesson on landscapes, plateaus, mountains, plains. That can be integrated with shapes in geometry. That can also be integrated with sketching or coloring in art. So you have to examine first what are the topics that you can teach in different subjects and kind of check what are the common elements in them and then integrate them together. To ensure rigor, pull out the standards identified for use in the art integrated lesson and determine, third step is to determine final student outcome. What are your expected outcomes? You have to determine that, and then you have to design a lesson plan considering the final outcome rubric and standards. And then you have to revise and review the rubric time and again and make it better and better. Next. So what is art integration? If we have to combine an art subject such as dance, what are the different parameters of dance? Let's analyze that. There is movement. There are genres of choreography. Sometimes there is also physical education involved in dancing. And in music, there is band, there is chorus, there is rhythm, there is orchestra, there is sound mixing. In theater, we have playwriting, acting, public speaking. In visual arts, we have studio arts, media arts, and digital arts. Now, all these aspects can be reflected in different subjects that we teach, such as science, social studies, mathematics. Somewhere or the other, these subjects will find a reflection, and we as teachers have to figure out where they are present. Next. It will help the students to feel good about themselves because ultimately learning has to be joyful. Learning has to be fun. And it will be fun if we involve art, dance, music, craft in our classrooms. It develops ability to observe and respond sensitively. And it develops skills, creativity, imagination, and appreciation for art, music, and dance. The student art making, next slide, develops language and vocabulary. It develops problem-solving skills as far as the curricular subjects are concerned. It develops social skills. It develops creativity, motor control, and perceptual discrimination. All these are necessities which have been highlighted, which have been mentioned, which have been reiterated in the new education policy. Therefore, the first step towards achieving these outcomes is by integrating these two curricular and art subjects. Next. Some of the examples you can see. Art integration examples, like if you are teaching poetry, you can combine it with craft. You can combine storytelling with puppets. Next. Why is art integration valuable? Because it addresses multiple intelligences, because it develops 21st century skills, also because students become peer teachers. Each child can have a buddy who's teaching how to, if a child is good with art, he can teach the child who's not so good with art, and vice versa. And it overlaps with project-based learning and universal design for learning. So the project-based learning is another important aspect of internal assessment under CBSE. Next. We need to keep in mind that art integration addresses multiple intelligences. Now, this is something at the core of every educational program, that in our classroom, we have different kinds of learners. We have visual learners, we have auditory learners, we have kinesthetic learners, and we as teachers have to address to all of these different types of learners, something which is easily available through, achievable through this approach. For example, music, dance, theater can be combined. Music, dance, visual arts, and theater can be combined. Music, dance, visual arts, and languages can be combined. So there are different ways in which you can combine, mix and match different subjects. Next. Also, it will develop the literacy skills across subjects. How? By asking the right kind of questions. For example, you can ask the students, what is going on in the picture? What do you see? Describe. And how do you feel about this picture? What more can you say about it? This way, the students will be encouraged, promoted to think, to express, to communicate, to argue. And this is something which is very, very important to develop literacy skills across different subjects. Next. Art integration encourages culturally relevant curricula. And there are different ways to create culturally responsive classrooms, because our country especially has so many different shades, so many different cultures, so many different expressions. So we need to make our students culturally conscious, culturally sensitive. And in that, we need to have people who are equally tolerant and sensitive and appreciative of different cultures. So our classrooms also have to become culturally responsive. Next. The 21st century skills such as creativity, that means innovation, collaboration, critical thinking, and communication. Some very, very important aspects, values, which we as educators have to develop in our students in the 21st century to prepare them for the new world, can be achieved through this method. So creativity, which is at the heart of our program, will come only if we develop in ourselves as well as our students ability to communicate, ability to think critically, and to collaborate. One example which I can think of is that the students find it very, very difficult asking for help, asking for support. Through these projects, we will also encourage our students to reach out to other learners, to help them to ask for help, to help them to even extend help and support, and also will give them certain tools to communicate with each other through different language inputs. Next. Therefore, students become peer teachers. Each student can teach the other student, and this the research has shown that students learn best with within their age groups where they are less threatened, vis-a-vis in classroom where the teacher is teaching them in a dominating manner. The student, when learning from another student or another peer of his own age, will learn unthreatened. Next. Art integration overlaps with project-based learning. Provide multiple means of representation, provide multiple means of action and expression, and provide multiple means of engagement. These are the three important reasons why PBL and art integration are running hand in hand. Next. It's a powerful tool for student demonstration of learning. For example, now these are different examples and you can actually implement them. Perform a skit about how the natives felt about the European settlers. Now, in context of our own country, you can perform a skit about how the Indians felt about the Britishers who had, invaded them, who had ruled over them. So you can perform a skit about that. You can compose a dance about the butterfly life cycle. You can use different tools or different websites to write a song about a novel such as Wuthering Heights, if you've read it. So you can compose a song on it. You can create a portrait of a famous personality using different details which you've read in your textbook about him or her. Next. So in the end, what do we see is that art integration is a powerful tool and all of us need to use it to the best of our ability. With this, we come to the end of the first part of our presentation. Now, further on, if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts on what I've just presented, I'll be happy to share with you my reflections on it. Anybody wants to ask anything? Okay, then we move on to the second part, which is how to upload the data in the CBSE website. If you have already done it, well and good, or else our resource person, Ms. Anandi, will take you through the process. The second important part is that please don't forget to fill in the feedback form, which is there in the chat box. The link is there. All of you, it's an attendance sheet also, and it is a feedback form also. So please fill in your details in the feedback form. And now I hand over to Ms. Anandi to help us go through the entire process of uploading the data in Kala Setu. Over to you, Anandi.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, everybody. Good morning to one and all. First of all, I would like to thank Pooja ma'am for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. So I'm just trying to share my screen here. So I will be talking to you about the Kala Setu app, and there are some certain guidelines and steps that have to be followed. So I will be briefing to you all about the various information related to the Kala Setu app. So I hope you all can see my screen. And the Kala Setu app is completely dedicated by CBSE. This is a portal for collecting information from all the schools about the various art education and art integrated activities and projects conducted during the school time. So during the COVID pandemic time, most of us were in lockdown, and at that time, various activities might have been conducted virtually for the students. So those activities have to be submitted through this Kala Setu portal. There are certain preliminary steps and guidelines that have to be followed while entering the information into the Kala Setu portal. Let us see one by one what these are. So the first one is the Circular 33, which is found in the CBSE website. It is about the art education and art integrated learning. In that circular number 33, the 6th point has this link. You can see here underlined in blue color. It begins with CBSE IT and ends with landing page. From that circular, if we click on the link, it will take us directly to the Kalasetu portal. Also, the CBSE website has a section under the portals for the Kalasetu portal. So that also I will be showing you a live demonstration shortly online how to get into the portal. So now when we click on this link, it takes us to this first page of the Kalasetu portal. So you can see this colorful page here, the crayons and pencil sketches, poster colors, all of this is here. And then there is this pink color oval shaped button which has continue. So that's the first thing that we have to do. We have to click on this continue to go to the login page. So when we click on it, this is how the first login page will look like. So here we have the affiliation number to be entered, the password, and this information is specific and individual to the schools. So it is important for us to make it as a single point of entry in which the school can collect all the information in a Google form or in an Excel sheet and enter the details in a through a single person or a single point of entry. So this affiliation number and password and the CAPTCHA over here has to be entered carefully. The CAPTCHA is case sensitive. And after that, we have to click on login. You can see down below this blue color ribbon, in that you can see login is there. We have to click on that. And then this is the main page after we log in the Kalasetu portal. This is the main page. You can see here there are 5 parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4 and Part 5. Each of these parts have its own agenda, its own aim. So the main aim is to enter the details which is asked particularly in each part. So here let us look at Part 1 first. As you can see on the screen, this first part is about entering information about the art teachers and the mobile number of the art teachers. So here it is given as maximum 12 numbers. Usually in our school, we will have at least 3 or 4 or more than that. And art teachers, as rightly Pooja ma'am said, it can be dance teachers, it can be even sometimes PE teachers, yoga teacher, music. So all of these dedicated teachers for the art. So those teachers' name and with proper spelling and the mobile number has to be entered here, one after the other. So I'll just tell you how. So here if we are entering the first art teacher's name, then that art teacher's mobile number, then we have to click on add. And when we do that, below this dark blue color, that particular entry will appear. Then we have to go and enter the second art teacher's name, art teacher's mobile number. Like that way, maximum 12 we can enter. And after we do that, in the same page, down below, we will have an option which says save and next. And there will be an option submit also. We should be very careful. We should not click on submit. We should check all these details and only click on save next. And when we click on save next, it will take us to the part 2 section. So this is how a sample of how it will look like. Once we enter the art teacher information, this is how it will look like. You can see here after we have entered. So this is just an entry for 3 people, 3 art teachers' name and the mobile number. In case we want to edit anything, we can click on this red color delete option here and we can edit that information. And once again, we can enter in it. So hope this much is clear. Now we will move on to the part 2. So this is just a summary of the part 1. Classical dance, music, Western dance, craft teacher, all of these information we can enter in part 1. Now this is about the part 2. So as you can see here, the main aim of part 2 is to upload information about the art periods on a weekly basis. Our school will have a timetable. We can look at the timetable and we can class wise from class 1 and up to class 10. We can select the class, the day and the slot in the timetable and add one after the other. Like how just now in part 1 we saw one after the other. When we click on add, it will come down below this blue ribbon. So from class 1 up to class 10, we have to enter the art period information in part 2. And then we have to click on save and next. So now this is how the part 3 looks like. So the main aim of part 3 is to collect information about the number of students who have participated. So from part 3 onwards, we have to refer to annexure 2 of that circular which I had mentioned, circular number 33. In annexure 2, there are some specific codes which are given for each and every art activity. You can see here 4.1.3.1, 4.1.2.3. Each of these codes refer to specific art activity. So for part 3, part 4 and part 5, we have to refer to annexure 2 to find out these codes. So as I mentioned, this is about the number of students participate. So here there is a drop down menu. We have to select that code based on whichever, if it's puppetry, there is a specific code. We have to select that code and the number of students participated and the number of class and the class has to be selected here. And then we have to click on add. So this is how it will appear. You can see here the number of students participated and the class wise will appear here. And finally, after entering all this information, we can check and click on save and next. So this is a just summary of that, which says we have to refer to annexure 2 given along with part 3 in the portal. Now we are moving on to part 4. The main aim of part 4 is uploading all the details related to all the activities from class 1 up to class 12. So this part 4 is a very important part and it is very time consuming. So if we have all these information in the form of an Excel, it will be easy for us. So here, the drop down menu, we have to select the class, then select the activity. Then that activity will be like whatever, like craft work or sculpture. If there is a drop down menu, we have to select that activity and whichever subject we have integrated with that also we have to select in the third drop down menu. And last one box is there. There we have to enter the topic name. You have to type it manually and 1 or 2 sentences we can give a brief description of what we have done in that topic. In that box, we have to type it manually. So there are 3 drop-down menus and 1 last part where we have to give a brief description. So this has to be done class-wise and subject-wise. Even if there are 2 activities in one class, that has to be done one after the other. So all this information we have to give in part 4. So this is how a sample entry for part 4 will look like: class-wise, activity name, subject and topic. And then we have to click on save and next. So this part 5, the main aim of part 5 is to collect details about the duration and date in which this activity was conducted. So here we have to select the class and select whichever subjects was integrated into the art, and then the duration of the project, the beginning and end date here. If it is 3 months or 1 month, we have to select here, and then we have to enter the project beginning date and project end date, and finally we have to click on save and next. So in this slide, the importance of this slide is to emphasize about the Ek Bharat project, which just now Pooja ma'am has explained, in which 2 states will be pairing with each other and doing the project. So at least one project from class 1 up to class 10 should fall under this Ek Bharat project activity. So the state for Kerala is Himachal Pradesh. So it can be paired with their culture or tradition, festivals related to that. Any kind of project has to be done, and that also has to be entered into part 4. So this is how it will look like finally. And all the evidences that is related to the projects has to be kept with the school. And this I had already mentioned about collecting information about the all the details in the Excel sheet and Google Forms. So these are some suggestions. And I would also like to share what we had done in our school. Our principal Pooja ma'am conducted virtual sessions for us about this art activity, what has to be done. And then we also discussed about our plan. And I'll just show you a template as to how we had collected the information. So you can see here, so our principal had framed this template for us, class-wise, subject-wise, all the activities after we had completed, we had entered into an Excel sheet. And then as a single point of entry, we had entered into this Kala Setu portal. So this is how the CBSE site, when we entering the site, the Kala Setu portal, you have to click on the new website. And when you click on the new website, there is an option called portals. And here on the left side, you can see this Kala Setu portal is there. So as I told you, this is the first page, and I'm clicking on continue. I'm entering the captcha over here and clicking on login. So this, just because we have entered already, our information is there, but usually it will be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5, just like how we have described just now. So that's all from my side. And now if you have any clarifications, you can talk to us. And there's also a feedback form which has been shared in the group. So kindly fill up that. Attendance is also important. Now over to Pooja ma'am.
So, dear teachers and principals, if there is any sharing which you want to have with us, please go ahead. We'll be happy to answer questions. Okay, then thank you so much for your time. I'll request everyone to fill up the feedback form. And once again, my gratitude to all the principals and teachers for having spared their time to attend this session. And thank you so much for COE also for guiding us to take up this session. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you.